Alright. Hello. And welcome to Word from Your Mother Tarot. Welcome to Life with Me. It's Thursday, July 24th. I already know I'm on a roll. Let me cover this up. And this will be our Celtic cross. And I've already laid it out, and I thought I was ready, but surprise! So, resistance. Who we resist persists. Oh, it says what. What we resist persists. You're mirroring somebody, butting heads. And trying to look to your future, and somebody's holding you back in choices from the past. An old you, perhaps. What we resist persists. The inability to let go of the old you, to look to the new you. Is that light on? Well, here's the experiment I've been waiting to make. So now we'll see. Okay. So what we resist persists. Trying to look to our future. We're done with this past bullshit. We're trying to look to our future. We're trying to button heads with this. If it ain't working, go ahead and let go. A bridge. You've burned a bridge. Successfully overcoming a... Oh, you made a bridge. So that's a compromise. That's a successful compromise. That's the olive branch. That's not no contact. Dogs. Roscoe. Getting together with friends. I think somebody's looking to reconnect with you and Roscoe. Misses you and Roscoe. But they're holding you back. You're looking to your future, really. For real and for true. So you find a way. And its old behavior is impeding your progress. Right? Old behavior, old thoughts, to be open, to find a way to find a way around. Well, here, the bridge is out and you fixed it. You rebuilt the bridge. Maybe you get some little help from your friends. There's a song there. Help! I need somebody. Pride, ego. You want to move ahead, compromises must be made. You want to move ahead, you're going to have to reach out. You're going to have to compromise. And maybe friends makes it possible. And we got birth and rebirth. The eagle. And the goblin. Pride. Prevents you from asking. Prevents you from making the communication that you need help to start over. Maybe you're going to have some friends come help you clean the house. Why not? I've done it. I've done it for other people. I've done it. You know, and sometimes that's also the kind of thing you do. Like one time, I had a family member that was in the hospital and apparently had been down quite some time, and well, I cleaned her house and took care of everything, and it was nice for her to come home to. I'm sure that was a relief. And sometimes people need help, and she never asked. I didn't have a clue. Wouldn't let it get that bad. I would not have. But when I did find out about it, I took care of it. She never asked, and it was awkward then, and it was, it was stressful. It's about pride. It's about losing your independence. But damn, I remember. Believe in your personal power. There's that choice again. I don't know why I was shuffling now. Just shuffling the shit out of it. Believe in your power, because it's all about your heart. Believe in your choice. I don't know exactly what I was just babbling there, but okay, so we got the Two of Wands. It's choice. About matters of the heart, and you're confused. Did you make the right choice? Everybody wants to be happy. And you want to be happy too. Better on my own. Enjoy the results of all your hard work. Maybe I should put this back in the, well, I don't like to mix my Celtic Cross cards with my other cards. You know, and this would be a perfect sidekick, except that it's this sidekick, okay? And I never change. I'm always old-fashioned. Well, this is the only change I made is Christmas cards. I don't know what to do about. I'll never. I don't know what happened. Knight of Wands. Okay. You have a choice to make that you're really defensive about. You don't want to make. You're like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You want to be happy too. What's in it for you? Is there anything in this for me? This is just hurting me, taken from me. Why am I going to choose to have I want to let go of this past that's taken from me. It's not given to me. I want to move toward my future. You're going to have to compromise. Something you don't want to give up. You're going to have to it's going to be some sort of a real compromise that may annoy the hell out of you, but it's necessary to move forward. Like, that's not a compromise, it's a sacrifice. And acceptance, radical acceptance. You had this the other day, the strength to leave, to know that you're not going to get your, well, it's a big club and you ain't in it. The strength to let go of it. Strength to let go. You're letting go of it. It's just holding you back. And then we have pride, was what was on the bottom of this, the goblin. See here? The sense to ask for help when you need it. And knowing who not to ask, and I think because it's a sacrifice to ask for the help that you need, because you can't get you have to take the second option of what you need. You can't get your needs met, so you take the next best option, which creates resentment because you had to ask for what's not enough. You're not getting what you deserve. I think that's safe to say. Okay. Let go of your ego. A night out with friends, you're going to have to reach out. You will have to make some sort of sacrifice that your ego may take a hit about. Like you may have to step yourself down, a little humble pie for yourself, a realization you're not as great as you think. But then what we resist persists, and you resist it because it supports your, or you won't let go of it because it supports your ego, which defends your vulnerability. Okay, let me just go round and round here. Self-worth, love what you see. 5 of Cups. You've been with someone who wasn't very, who wasn't the best. I'm always butting heads. Didn't feed you. Significance, because you've been wanting attention. You're feeding them and you're tired of that. You want them to feed you. You want the light. You want to look at you. You want to think about you. You want to pay attention to you. You want to spend your money on you. And the only way that you've been able to do that is to remove yourself or remove them from you. Aleister Crowley. I don't want to do that. You've thought long and hard about this. And it hurts you to do this. It hurts you to do this. My Christmas lights just turned themselves on. Awesome. That's a sign that you're on the right path. You stand in your own strength and your own valuableness. I mean, you know what you're capable of, and you know what you're not capable of, which is itself a strength. To know when to say no, to have the sense, to know when to ask for help is a strength, not a vulnerability. It's not a weakness. Openness, embrace the possible. The ability to listen is also a great strength. To see, your ego may be drowning out some wise counsel, and maybe you don't know as much as you thought you know. Right? You're just working it out. You're a novice as yourself. You could stand to shut up and listen up. Learning to take something away from this besides where do our lives go? Are there any mindful times in your day anymore? Anything that means anything for you? Is it all taken up by garbage and doom scrolling and commercials that never end? And there you are waiting wide open, waiting for something important to come in, but you're filling it up with so much garbage, you may miss it when it comes. But you need to shut up and listen. There's things that you could learn. And you're quick. No reason not to be. Ooh, and you are quick. Mistakes have been made. That's been a thing, okay? And you're quick. You're like, and as we know better, we do better. You're quick. You're open to learning. You need to learn. You're going to have to make a compromise with the ego. You're going to have to shut that down because you don't know everything. You're going to have to, once you commit to it, you ain't no half-asser anyway. You ain't, half-assed things are done because you don't care. If you care about it, you will not allow yourself to half-ass it. Who's doing what? Because you're doing this, But here comes accountability. Here comes the interest in bettering yourself. And they can push it down your throat all night and day, right? But until you become interested in it, it doesn't matter at all. And it's not until you flame on in your own behalf that change doesn't come until then. Are you just sitting stagnant, butting heads? Can't see the value of what they say until one day the light comes on? Okay, for anybody else listening, any cross-watchers, if that's what's happening don't run and say, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. Just shut up with that. We don't want to hear it. We're trying to make progress here. You're impeding our progress. Okay. You can rub it in later. Right now we're trying to do something. Clarity, right under your nose. It's always been there, but here comes this person rubbing it in, and you're going to have to eat a little humble pie because they've been telling you. There it is. There, I know it. You know it. We all know it. There it is. Accept it. You're going to have to accept it. And stop acting like everybody betraying you. Maybe you had a hand getting yourself here, and it's pride that keeps these people from asking for the help that they need. I just want to throw that in there. Okay, I think that these people, when the world looks at you, they see that you think you're cross-wired and that you're doubting your own instincts, like you're second guessing yourself, like not trusting yourself, knowing that you're trying not to self-sabotage, but so much already. It's just all over your head. Well, you're going to have to do something different. Okay, I'm back, and I don't remember where that when the world looks at you at large, okay, they see that you're starting to sort through a very bad time. Like maybe you put yourself in some bad places. Like maybe you need to be accountable for some more of it, and also to let go of it, because it's time for you to quit holding on to this and let it go. And you're kind of overwhelmed. You're like, oh my God, where do I start? And they see that you've gone off half-cocked numerous times and thought you had it solved, and it seems like you just keep digging yourself in. And they're like watching to see what you do next. I mean, is this going to be another round of round and round? Same old thing? Okay? Temporary changes, just a short period of betterment, and then it's back to the same crisis. And you're asking yourself the same thing because you don't have any instincts. So you need, I would think you should get some good counsel, and one of the people that you have rejected in the past has told you the right way to go, and you've chosen not to listen to them. You don't want to hear it, okay? Well, before you can go any further forward, you're going to have some humble pie, build a bridge, and go back. Your answer lies in the advice that you've received in the past. Guidance, help is on the way. You're like, oh my God, I'd rather die than have to tell them they were right. Pride. Give them what's due. Accept what's yours. Accept the help. Accept the advice that you received in the past. Received and rejected. It's not listening has cost you a lot. It cost you someone you love. All right. There was the Three of Wands again. Okay, you let go of someone you love and you don't want to feel it or think about it, or this, and it plagues you at night. That's probably all you do think about, is you missing them, you regretting them. What are they doing? Where am I going? Why? But the pain is real. Pain is real. But you chose it. You chose to let go of this person. Or you rejected their advice, and them, the baby with the bathwater, is a big hoo-ha-ha. No closure. And what I was going to say was, show me the resistance that keeps you from moving ahead. Okay, that's what I was trying to figure it out. That was the feeling of it. Okay, and there you are, growing yourself. You're back to basics. Okay, so maybe your ego needs to take a notch down. Maybe you're going to get taken down a little bit, and you, in fact, that's mean to do to anybody, but maybe you were getting up above where you were ready. Well, look, if you're attacked because you've been too uppity, if that's your place, you'll be able to defend it. Yes. So you regrow yourself, and they hurt you. But you needed to know. Okay, you need to, before you can move on, there's more to the lesson. Okay, halfway there. Hurts. Growth hurts. Nothing like it. And love. Okay. You're looking to start over and build a new relationship with someone you lost, but I think you chose to let them go. So I don't know if that's a loss. How can that be a loss if you chose to let them go? It hurts. It hurts. Okay. Self-worth, love what you see. So you're struggling with that in the Five of Cups. Well, you're feeling sorry for yourself, but are you blaming yourself? Because you can't let it go. What's the affirmation on this say? Okay, you're blaming yourself. You feel like if you had been better, you could have made this different, and you wouldn't have regretted. So you're blaming yourself for the regrets that you have, and you can't let it go. Holding on too tight can stop you from moving forward. Maybe there simply is no and your star is under it. You're holding on to this something that happened in the past, but there is also some kind of it's at least going to be a conversation. But you're blaming yourself and the High Priestess. You're struggling. You should listen to yourself. You should forgive yourself, because it is what it is, right? It's a big club and you ain't in it. They don't know all about you either. You had strength. Here we have the strength. So you were attacked for being too uppity. Remember I said it, but if that place had really been yours, you could have defended it, right? Did you lose on purpose, or did you secede to them? Because you are strong. You're strong enough to have won there. But you didn't. Okay. Show me the Five of Cups, struggling with the victimhood, feeling sorry for yourself. Can't get no satisfaction from dude who you love. Can't get no attention from dude. Won't see that you never will. Won't see that you're never going to get what you need from him, and you're going to have to give it to yourself. Love what you see. Mirror yourself so that you can move toward your future and leave this broken heart behind. Okay. So you move, you withdraw, you go away with the Hermit and the Significance. You're going to go do your own thing. You're going to do your own thing. You'll be real. For a long time when I first got sober, the only time I could be myself was when I was alone. It was second nature to be what other people needed. You don't want to fight no more. You're not going to sabotage yourself no more. You're not going to tolerate that shit. You're not going to play that game. There you are. You're going to be somewhere comfortable where you can relax and let your defenses down, and that is ALONE. You're exhausted. Well, now look. This is also having a breakdown, the last of it, out of control. You need to be alone for their safety. Over the edge. But resolutely determined not to play their game anymore. But you're kind of like, you're a little unbalanced. None of that is good, okay? You should get yourself in hand, and maybe being alone is the only way to go. Maybe that's why you're alone, because they are fixing to see a part of you that you can't put back in the box, okay? So you take yourself alone. Strength and vulnerability to show yourself. Well, maybe you try to be real. Here, we got a flipper here. Page of Wands. You ain't going to tell them. You're just going to go. You're tired of talking. There's nothing left to say. You said it. You said it. And they, look. It's over. When I first seen it, it come out like that, right? So anymore, there's no more talking. No more talking. Talking just prolongs it. You'll be fine. Oh, but you need to go now because you're on your last leg, dude. Dudette, you're down. You're down for the count. You need to get out. You're gonna. Oh my God. It seems to me that you're in a very bad place. Whereas before you were just trying to make it work. You just want to make it work. It's killing you. Can't make it work. Hey, look, I see you being open. You're open, right? That implies someone else's ideas. So you're open to their ideas. You're open to being the best step and fetcher everything. You're open to working toward a future that is not really real. You're open to working toward potential. But you move on into, I sure do wish it had to happen. Because the truth is, it wasn't happy. He didn't love you like he wanted, and there was no working with any of these fools. So you move on into accountability because you're one of the fools, okay? Now you're going to do it on your own. And that's fair. That's being fair. Because you didn't ever get back out of it what you put into it. They never paid up. Breach of contract, fraud, lies. Ace of Pentacles comes with strings and it's not worth it. There's no return for the help. The help that you get, you pay for. An unhappy family. And no, here I'll flip it over. It's not all upside down. People wasting your resources. You put in your hard work, their waste. You're going to be accountable for you, and you're going to take account of them, and you're very much aware of what the heck is going on, and you're going to start over with the Fool. On your terms, your fairness, and you will be fair to you. Knight of Cups, here comes a love bomb, and baby, don't go. Now we're going to switch decks. Clarity right under your nose. You're aware that you played a part in this, and pride kept you from doing anything about it, and now that you're humble and having to make a compromise, well, you have to. You do. Your main goal is not to be a victim. Your main goal is not to remain a victim. Your main goal is forward movement. And maybe cooperation is your best way. Because it's right under your nose. The advice that you rejected is exactly what you need, is the answer to your problem. Don't be too good to ask for help that you need. With your new start, it's going to be a rough start, okay? How can I do this? How can I do this differently so that it doesn't happen? Well, remember what I told you. I told you. Don't lead with that, crosswatcher. Don't lead with that. They need your help and they have a wounded ego. Donna, tell the truth. I'm sensitive. The King of Pentacles. You're going to compromise. You're going to, a new start with the King of Pentacles. A compromise with the King of Pentacles. Woo! And I'm not taking none of them. Oh, well, there's a whole bunch of them. Okay. I thought it was just one. If I had just had a flipper, I would have took it. But it was like 5. So, okay, I got Spirit. I need a do-over. And you're gun shy. You would like to bolt. 6 of Swords. Okay, so you see yourself as you're starting over with the King of Pentacles. With a betrayal under your belt. Okay, so older and wiser. Older and wiser in a private reservation about this. You're not gonna, it's not gonna be whole hog anymore. You're gonna hold some of yourself back. You ain't gonna do this. Not like you did before. You can, some lessons you only need to learn once. But shit, funny I should say that, huh? Because right now here you are second guessing everything. You're like, oh my God, I just did the worst thing in the world, was to let him back in. You don't love him anymore, and I don't think you can move on beyond this. You've agreed to work it out because cooperation is a strength, and you see it as a strength, maybe, but I don't think you're going to be able to give him a pass, and that just like you hold yourself accountable, you're going to hold him accountable. You don't love him anymore. Your heart's not in it. I do have a flipper here. I keep seeing it. No! Queen of Wands. You want to do you. You want to do you. I can't find it. It's been a hallucination. Oop. Okay, you're not listening to yourself. You know that you don't love him anymore. You know it's not going to work out. It's you're sabotaging yourself. You're entering your cage and closing the door behind you, all on your own. Telling yourself that misery is love. Telling yourself this is what you want to do. You won't listen to yourself. You won't see the truth of what you really want and what you don't. Making compromises you don't want to make. The advice you got is coming back to you. Oh my God, they're right. You see that they're right. That's it. Well, Cups and Queen of Cups. Totally emotional overload. I think you may have just made it worse on yourself really, really bad, and put yourself through something really, really bad. You didn't need to. If you had listened to the past advice, there was the money and the place. So you put yourself out of a good place into a scary place, and now they're going to come save you. You need help. You're afraid afraid that you'll need help and have to ask them. That's pride. I don't want to ask. I'll do without. You need to accept the help. Ask for help when you need it. You need to ask. People can't read your mind. Ask. It's not their job to give it to you. Humble pie. Queen of Pentacles, you want to take care of everybody. That's the lesson. Mother Nature, they want you to be Mother Nature too. This is a big loss to you because you're Mother Nature, and you did everything you could to avoid this outcome. Good and bad. The loss of someone that you cared for greatly. King of Swords. To see clearly. Clearly and unimpeded by emotions that got in your way. You, strength. This is confusing. Be strong. The love bombing's coming. Shit. Well. Just do it. Whatever you're doing, just do it.
You're recording when you even...
I am recording.
Yeah, but you're recording when you even know I was back there.
Go, go, go.
You're perfectly ninja.
Ninja.
It's ironic that the bull and the China shark says that. Butterfingers.
Okay. Let go of your need to have more, be at peace with everyone, and maintain an attitude of allowing. Monitor your inner dialogue. You need to figure out your inner dialogue. I mean, because there's like two different paths here. One is the path of pride, but the other is the path of misery. Both are unhappy. Good luck. Damn these buttons.